What's going on, everyone? It's Adam here. We got something big to talk about, and that is Nolan Arenado. Now, another move that sort of came out of nowhere and makes the Cardinals seem to be the big-time favorites in the NL Central. Let's start talking about it. So, we all know about Nolan Arenado. Luckily, he's not going to the Dodgers, but listen. Nolan, he is one of the best players in this game. Arguably a top 10 player in the game. And in my opinion, I believe this makes the Cardinals the pretty heavy favorites in the NL Central. The other teams in the division have not really even done much. We'll talk about a couple of the moves other teams in the division did make today, but it's nothing of note to save that for sure. This whole deal is kind of crazy to me for a few reasons. Number one, kind of out of nowhere, and I feel like I haven't seen the Cardinals make a move like this big in quite some time, and this is about as big as it gets because we haven't seen a guy like this get traded and a guy of this caliber get traded in a while, I feel like, too. But besides the point, we gotta look at this from the Rockies' perspective really quick. So, first of all, we kind of knew this was coming for a while, but the details of the trade, I think, are pretty embarrassing for the Rockies, quite frankly. So if we're looking at this this whole trade, the Rockies not only traded Nolan Arenado, they sent $50 million back to the Cardinals and did not get one of their top 5 prospects back. Not one. $50 million, by the way, is like bigger than the Rockies have signed a player in quite some time, since Wade Davis, and that was obviously a horrible contract. So, and now we're hearing now they want to extend Story. Like, why not try to extend Story before, and then you say, okay, we have these 2 great players, we could try some other stuff and make it work. But now, what is the point of extending Story? Because they're not going to be good with him on the team. Like, I'm not sure what to even say here for the Rockies. Pretty embarrassing for them. Not only do they give up $50 million in the trade, where they give up an incredible player, they don't really get much in return. And now they're saying, "Oh, we want to extend it, Story," when realistically they'll have to trade him in the next year or two. So, it's very embarrassing for the Rockies. Just really horrible. They'll probably end up trading guys like John Gray and other pitching guys in the group in the next, I don't know what span of time, but it will probably depend on what happens with Story first. So yeah, for the Cardinals, now they add Arenado to a lineup that already has Paul Goldschmidt, so that's going to be a serious back-to-back in any lineup. So yeah, Arenado fits the hole perfectly. And yesterday, they also brought back Wainwright and Yadier Molina. So they were getting the band back together. And then they bring back a serious player. I believe this team won the NL Central last year. And they are in... No, they didn't. They were a couple games short. My bad. They were third, but only 3 games out. So, my bad. I'm not sure why I thought that. Anyway, they were 4 games back of the Cubs, who are significantly worse. A game back of Cincinnati, who is significantly worse without Bauer, and now they bring back their team with hopefully a full season of a guy like Flaherty, and now they add Nolan Arenado. Kind of scary to think. The NL playoffs are going to be absolutely insane. I'm, again, really hoping for expanded playoffs because of how good I think it's going to be, but also I'm sure these NL teams would appreciate knowing about if there's going to be DH, but we've said it and we've said it again, so... We've said it and we've said it again. Now, I don't really know much or if anything really about the prospects that the Rockies did get back, but I have not heard much good, so I won't really talk about it a lot. So, what do I think this means? Well, Cardinals are in full goal mode, obviously, led by a rotation of Flaherty, led by a lineup of Paul and Nolan Arenado now. They kind of see the gaps in their division where they kind of have a clear shot to win that division quite easily. So I think that's why they obviously did it, and it makes a lot of sense, where they don't give much up, and meanwhile, yeah, there is some risk because Arenado has his opt-outs next year, and he has a big contract. If not, it's tough to say no to this if you're the Cardinals, so I think they did a really good job. Oh, and a fun fact, if Nolan Arenado opts-out next year, I think that's my favorite part. The Cardinals will have made $15 million off this trade. There's quite literally no loss in this trade for them. So I'm kind of upset, and from the Rockies' point of view, it's upsetting. What are they gonna? They'll probably have a full-on fire sale soon, so just be ready for it, because I doubt they're gonna be able to extend Story. If anything, he'll get traded and then get an extension is what I'm hoping for. But I know most teams would give up quite a lot for him too, so we'll have to see what happens there.